Welcome, friends, to our Friday's practice titled Yoga for Stress Reduction. So for this month, we are raising yogic philosophy up to the surface. And most of us in this Western culture practice Hatha Yoga, which is based on the 8 limbs of Patanjali. And I'm not going to bore you with all of the limbs, but the really important portions are, let's say, the first 3. We're going to concentrate on the first one, and the first limb of yoga is called yama, and it is a social ethic limb. But here's the things with social ethics, meaning it goes outward, how you are outward in the world. Before you can go outward into the world with your thoughts, words, and actions, you have to go inward with what's happening inside. And that very first yama is called Ahimsa. It translates as non-harming, non-injurious, and sometimes it gets translated as kindness. So we're going to keep that kind attitude towards ourselves first, towards our minds, and towards our bodies as we move through class. Okay, what did I name this class? This class is named Mental Chatter. And with that, I'm going to open it up. Welcome to class. You will need 2 blocks today, or a choice of 2 blocks today. I'm going to choose the big block today to put behind my head as I come down. But if you like the smaller 2-inch block, you can use that. So we're going to start laying down on the back with the knees bent, with the block underneath the back of the head. And you're going to give yourself a moment to set the block up on your occipital ridge, right? So that ponytail line, you'll find the edge of the block there. So give yourself a moment just to find your just right place. And then let's start being here first. Take a few breathing cycles into your body, easy in. And a slow, relaxed breath out. Notice what's happening in the back of your body. Take another easy breath in. And a relaxed breath out. Now let's begin to reset the nervous system, toning on the vagus nerve. Roll your head over to the right and just let your head pause there for a moment. All right, so make any little adjustments, you can relax here. We're going to give the mind some focus with that reset breathing pattern. And the reset breathing pattern is you inhale naturally, and the first exhale is out through your mouth where you make a little noise. And then the second exhale is blowing out through the candle. Okay, let's begin together. Take a breath in. Out through your mouth, relax. Inhale. Blow the candle. Repeat one more time. And once you've completed, relax back into the center and just pause. Notice the back of the body now, right? Maybe the sensation has changed a little bit. So this idea where if we slow down and pay attention, we can treat ourselves better. Okay, let's use that mind focus with the breathing pattern. Roll it over to the left. Give yourself a moment to find your just right, relaxed. Okay, with the least amount of effort, take 2 rounds. And roll it back into the center. Take the high block out underneath your head and then choose whatever support that you'd like behind the head or simply remove the props as we start to move on. Okay, so this next portion is letting go of tension in the back. So we know that that mind tension and body tension go together. So let's help the mind out a little bit with releasing some tension in the body. When you're ready to inhale, arch your back just a little bit. You're not trying to seek a sensation. Remember, non-injurious, non-harming. And then take a relaxed breath out into neutral, right? So not trying to force into um, the tuck under, just let your muscles drop into neutral. And then do that a couple of times. Just allow your mind to settle into the sensation of your body, right? That present moment. Right? Those mental habits of chatter, right? They have 2 favorite places. One is the past, like to redo the past, or that uncertainty of the future, that worry of the future. Okay, once again, pause in that constructive rest. Notice now your back body. Right? Maybe something's already starting to shift just a little bit. Draw both knees into your chest. Place both hands on the tops of your knees. I call this movement scissor knees. So pull the right knee towards the right armpit and slide the left knee away. So here's that first scissor. You'll feel the body rock a little bit, and then scissor the other side. The least amount of effort and relax your body, and you'll start to feel this little gentle rocking starts to arise. So for me, Ahimsa is under everything in practice. This idea where we come from being present for ourselves. We learn to care for ourselves better. We're compassionate and less judgmental. Kindness is an action step, right? It's a direction we choose to go in. Okay, notice how that low back feels. And then let your feet come down in constructive rest. Place your hands on your lower belly. And so we're going to use the hands to bring the mind into that section of our body. And as you begin to breathe here, expand the space when you're inhaling, right? So notice where the expansion goes. It might go inward and outward. And the least amount of effort as you exhale. Right, creating some space as you breathe in without forcing, right, non-injurious. And as you're breathing out, relaxing your body downward, just letting that tension melt into the mat. Notice if the mind started its chatter. Return to your breathing. And then once again, just pause here and notice.